Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Jedi and Sith, to Project Unlimited Turn Meter. This new series will go in depth on certain squads that are definitely free-to-play accessible, and their benefits and also cons of using these teams. As shown before on this channel, using Emperor Palpatine with Bastila Shan and Darth Revan against the Geos provides an excellent counter. Now, Palpatine's leadership gives 30% potency and max health to Sith and Empire allies. Plus, Empire allies gain bonus 20% turn meter every time they apply debuffs. So, Vader get out of the gate with his current speed being 272, and that's without any rebels or Jedi being on the team. He gets out first, applies debuffs, and then gets pretty much an instant turn where he can then remove debuffs, which then affects both Jedi and Sith, giving them 5% turn meter, which gives the Empire and Sith a big boost of turn meter to get ahead of the team, even if they're a little bit slower. Because my Palpatine's speed is only 159, my Thrawn is sitting at 267, right behind Vader. My Darth Revan's at 244, and Bastila Shan is at 225. Now, this allows Vader to just get out there, get those debuffs, throw his lightsaber, remove them, give 5% turn meter. Now, also, because Vader's a Sith, he counts twice as Empire and Sith. So when you're doing the math for his bonus speed, it would be 16 plus 16, Vader and Palpatine, plus 8 plus 8 plus 8 for Thrawn, Darth Revan, and Bastila Shan. Now against this Darth Revan team, you'll see some key components of this team, such as Thrawn being able to manipulate the turn meter, swap between him and another person. Because they both have such high turn meter, he pretty much gets a bonus turn immediately, and so does that person, which allows him to use Fracture, which immobilizes the enemy, which we used on Darth Revan to make it so he doesn't get to go and throw insanity everywhere, and we get to start taking out his team. Even though we can't stun anyone with Palpatine, because Darth Revan applied shock on everyone, Palpatine gets so much turn meter through his basic, which gives him 15% turn meter for each shocked enemy, and then also his special, which gives him even more turn meter. So he's just taking turn after turn when everyone's shocked. And Vader just gets the powerhouse because he's got so many debuffs on that enemy team. He throws his lightsaber. Not only does he give the team turn meter, but it deals bonus damage, leaving the enemy team defenseless, and sometimes I've seen him take out full health units. This is great because Bastila Shan, using even more mass debuffs, just gives him so much more damage that it's just ridiculous. And then the stagger makes it so that the Empire just keeps it rolling and rolling, and can make it so they lose team leader, and by they, I mean the enemy. Now, one problem with all that extra turn meter is the fact that Thrawn's Fracture doesn't stick around, immobilizing the enemy for as long, which is a problem here against this General Grievous team, as you will see shortly, because he drops off that Fracture, and then we accidentally kill off a couple of his droids that we are forced to, and he then just goes on a rampage and slaughters the team, which hurts us greatly. Despite the fact that we have so much turn meter, it doesn't matter, and he just wipes everyone out.
What? Wait a minute.
There is a benefit from Bastila Shan's unique, where she will give the leader 5% offense stacking to 100% for every fear, shock mark, or death mark that is applied. Palpatine and Darth Revan put a lot of fear out on the board, and then Darth Revan and Bastila apply a lot of fear, which makes it so Palpatine, by the end of the battle, often has 100% extra offense. The general attack strategy is to have Vader use his Force Crush, get debuffs, and then use his Saber Throw to get the turn meter rolling, and then you Fracture whoever's taunting in a bounty hunter team like Bosk, or who will taunt. You want to Fracture that big threat, get them out of the way, and then you just start taking everyone out, throw up some Insanity, throw up some Storm, Lightning Storm from Revan, and eventually, like, the turn meter just keeps going and going. Vader will get another lightsaber throw, and you just wipe people out. Thrawn keeps fracturing, passing turn meter. Palpatine here, going on a turn meter rampage, just slaughtering everyone. Here in a second, old Daka will actually die, but because we didn't kill her, it doesn't matter. She doesn't revive. And so That kind of cheats the Night Sister system, but really not cheat. From there, what you'll do is you'll just keep shocking the enemy and making sure everyone has shock on them, because then Palpatine will just keep shocking over and over again until you notice that the enemy is about to take a turn, in which case then you use his special and stun everyone. If you would like to see more about this, there will be a card in the top right hand corner, as well as in the end screen there will be 2 videos talking very similar about this and in more detail, showing more squads you can counter. This is kind of just an overview of the pros and cons. So without any further ado, let's get into the conclusion and the pros and cons of using this team. First, the pros. What can this defeat? It can defeat clones under Shock T, as long as you make sure you control Rex and don't let him throw his tenacity up, because then they're just going to run turn meter trains around you. Next, Rebels, Night Sisters, Bounty Hunters, Geos, because Palps can gain up to 90% turn meter if all of them are shocked. They can beat Jedi teams, like with Jedi Knight Revan, if Darth Revan goes before Vader, which requires a faster Darth Revan, obviously. Now, this can also defeat Sith Empire, which I have shown, as long as they don't have Malak, because Malak has the tiny claws that stops enemies from gaining bonus turn meter. A definite negative would be that it does take apart a Darth Revan team and prevents you from being able to make that team, which can hurt, especially if you have Malak. But as always, this has been the Grand Admiral. I hope you enjoyed, and end transmission.